And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're taking a look at Mafia Casino. Mafia Casino is a game that I was attracted to the theme of. As you know, I'm someone who likes the Mafia theming. The idea of casinos is building your own casino is also an interesting idea. And any game where you can use cards as a couple things, as currency and as, in this game, a hand of cards like poker, is really entertaining to me. Many games have done it in a great way. This game had some cool artwork. It can't fail, or at least we can hope it can't fail. At the beginning of the game, you're going to put out a card that shows how much the diamonds and pearls are worth in the game, and that every time diamonds and pearls are bought or sold will change. Each player is going to get a safe card. There is an entire deck of cards. We got some super clients that are placed to the side, and players are going to be drawing a handful of cards. Now on a player's turn, they can play as many cards in front of them as they want to, as long as these cards are of the same type. Now, one card type is construction. When you play a construction card, there are three types of construction. There is restaurant, casino, and hotel. Each construction card has a cost. This costs one hat. It provides 3 hats. So, for example, if I wanted to build this card, which costs 3 hats, I could discard this one to pay for this card. Again, you can build as many as you want, but some of them are going to cost more. You can have different types as long as they are all different names. So for example, in the restaurant, I could have the guest list, the famous chef, live entertainment, a buffet, and grill in front of me. For the hotel, a penthouse, a suite, a gym, a security, and a swimming pool. There's no real difference amongst these except one of them protects you from a card someone can play. The casino has craps, a high roller room, surveillance camera, theaters, and so there's different cards that can be played in front of you. Now you can play these cards in front of you, and you're going to do that because you can also, instead of playing construction cards on your turn, you can play client cards. There's 3 types of client cards. And when you play a client card, you're going to get 1 million for each of your restaurants, or 1 million for each of your hotels, or 1 million for each of your casinos. So you want to play these cards and then take your money, which is in poker chips. We have millions, 5 millions, and 10 million chips. So that's one thing you do, build construction. A second thing is play client cards. At the end of your turn, if you have at least 3 of a type, 3 casinos, hotels, or restaurants, you'll take the super client and they will give you 1 million for each part of that you have. So the super client casino, for example, let's say I have 3 casinos in front of me, gives me 3 million every turn, not just my own, but other players, and it won't, and I'll keep getting that unless someone builds more casinos than me, then they can steal the card. Players will also be playing mission cards. Mission cards are negative effects you can play on other players, or just do something else. Like here, you can block the casino of another player. Just play it, and it's as if they don't have a casino. Steal 3 cards from someone else's safe. Destroy a construction someone else has built. Block the restaurant. Steal 1 million from each other player. So we have these different cards, and these cards have costs to play, and then you simply play them and do what it says. Then we have the transaction. Transaction is a card you can play to buy or sell pearls or diamonds. To buy cards, you'll just take cards from your hand that are pearls or diamonds. Each card in your hand has a possibility of being 10 or 20 pearls or diamonds, and you're going to put them into your safe. When that happens, the price here changes. On a future turn, you can use another transaction card to sell them. So let's say I have these 50 pearls. I could sell them. I look at the current price of pearls. 50 times 100,000 is 5 million, and so I would take 5 million and get rid of the cards. And finally, the last thing you can do is play a game card. There are 3 types of games you can play. You can play slot machine, where you'll discard up to 3 cards from your hand. You'll draw 3 cards from the top of the deck. You will see how many pearls and or diamonds you got. I got 2 pearls, so I look at this card. and I wagered 2 cards with 2 pearls, gives me 4 million. If I had drawn 3 pearls, I would have got 8 million. And if I had got 3 diamonds, I would have got 10 million. Then there is roulette. In roulette, the person who plays the card is going to put 2 cards from their hand in front of them that are different values, 7 and 10. Each other player picks another value. So let's say there's 2 other players. One plays a 7. And, well, you can't play 7 because that's already been played. One plays a king and one plays a 6. So these are the cards that have been played in a 3-player game. We then draw from the top of the deck. Does this match one of those cards? No. So we draw again. Does this match one of those cards? No. Then we draw again. Does this match one of those cards? No. We draw again. Does it match a card? No. And we will keep doing this until we get one that matches one of the cards there. In this case, a 2. Nope, that still doesn't match any of them. A 9. Oh, man, this is another 9. Wow, this is really good. An 8. Can't believe we've drawn a 6, 7, 10, or king. 7. Boom, boom, boom. The person who has a 7 is lucky. They get 1 million for every card that was drawn. And then finally, the last game is poker, Texas Hold'em. Everybody's going to pick 2 cards from their hand, and they're going to reveal them. So maybe I played a queen and a joker. We then put out 5 cards in the middle. Everybody will add those to their hand and try to come up with the best possible hand that they can get. This isn't a very good hand for me. Looks like the highest thing I have is a pair of 4s. Yeah, that's not very good. And in case you forget what all the different hands are, you can look at them here. Of course, they have things like 5 of a kind too. And they don't call everything, they don't say flush here for whatever reason. Whoever has the highest hand, though, gets 2 million for each other player involved. Now, you're going to keep doing this until one person gets 30 million. As soon as someone gets 30 million, they win the game. It failed. Man, did this game fail. And oh, it's just trying to do too many things. Unfortunately, there's nothing in this game that's original. It's as if they played other games and said, that's a great idea, using cards from your hand to pay for other cards. This is a cool idea. Let's put the corners of the cards to be suits of cards, and let's play poker and things with them. Oh, this is a great idea. There's games where you can play cards that do bad things to other players. That's a good idea. Ooh, let's have the most of something that will give you bonus money / points. That's a good idea. Those are all good ideas. Throwing them all in the same game? Not necessarily. The problem with this game is it's wildly crazy all over the place. I mean, really, the number of players is so affecting the game. For example, if you play Texas Hold'em and you're playing a 5-player game, and I believe, is 5 the maximum number of players for this game? Yeah, it's the max, but still. 5 players, and you play Texas Hold'em. That's 10 million to the winner. 10 million. Are you crazy? That's just a lot of money. And on the other hand, the roulette goes down tremendously because when there's 6 cards out there, the chance of it could be happen the first time, you get 1 million. Happen the second time, you get 2 million. You get one of those super client cards, and then if no one can stop you after a few turns, they have a lot of money. The games were actually the most fun part. You know, I'm going to play slots and stuff. That's kind of a cool idea, but it just didn't work in the overall sense of the game. The game was kind of like, what cards do I have in my hand? Oh, not very good. I should discard them. I'm slowly building up my hotel. Oh, you built your hotel bigger than mine? Well, I guess I'll just sit here then. And the pearls and diamonds, are you kidding me? If you happen to get 60 diamonds, and then the card comes up where diamonds are worth 30, that's 18 million that you just made in one turn? That's very possible in this game. The numbers are all over the place. You're randomly playing bad cards on people. It's like a fancy take that game with some card play. And the thing is, I really wanted to like it. I was like, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. Don't worry. Yes, that seemed like an overpowered card, but don't worry about it. Yes, that card seems wildly worthless. Ooh, steal 1 million from each other player. Ooh, that's so much fun in a 2-player game. Just was all over the place. This game clearly was played, tested by people who were like, wee, fun. And, okay, I can see in that kind of setting that it can be fun. But here at the Dice Tower, I'm trying to look at it as a game for most people. I've gone and looked at the ratings, and most of the ratings are high, which suggests to me that either I'm an anomaly, and so is everyone I played it with, or just a lot of people are coming on to promote this game because they had a great time playing it. Great, I'm glad you had a good time playing it, but in my opinion, this game is bad. really bad. It looks pretty, has some cool ideas, but you're essentially just randomly seeing what happens. Ooh, Texas Hold'em. That's random. I mean, it's fun, but it's random. Playing a roulette, turn over 3 cards. Random. Or slots. I mean, turn over some cards. Random. I'm going to try to put out hotels. I hope I get some more next hand. Random. I'm going to play a negative card on you. Oh, you blocked it. Random. Oh, you played that card on me, then you played that card on me. Not fun. And lots of randomness, lots of not fun. And there's so many cards in this game. And they could have tightened it up. I don't even mind all this stuff, but it's just over the place. This card gives you 10 million. This card gives you 2. This card gives you nothing. And hopefully you'll get some more in a future turn. Oh, well. A strong developmental hand would have helped this game. As it is, I'm sorry, I cannot recommend Mafia Casino at all. Dice Tower Judgment, fun idea, but flawed.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Lockdown.